Introduction. This chapter develops the Battery Pass, which contains very valuable information for the acquisition and management of the electric vehicle battery. Index. Battery Passport. What it is for and what data it should include. Battery Passport. In February 2027, all electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles will have to include the Battery Passport, a digital document that will accompany them throughout their lives and which contains fundamental data for users, manufacturers and workshops. The Battery Passport is defined and included in the new European Battery Regulation, which came into force in August 2023, but it will not be mandatory until February 18, 2027, to give time to develop the standards and the database, as well as time for manufacturers to adapt to the regulations. It is made up of a unique identifying VIN number for each 100% electric or plug-in hybrid car and a QR code. When scanned, it will provide information on various aspects, such as the date of manufacture of the battery, its origin, the materials used, and the state of health of the battery, among other things. Each battery will have an associated passport, which once its life has been exhausted and recycled, it will be disposed of. The objectives are to develop whether the batteries are sustainable, both in their composition and in their manufacturing process, or if they comply with European marketing standards, facilitate responsible recycling and second life, and promote the circular economy. Provide clarity and transparency on all data related to this component, promoting greater sustainability. Many manufacturers are unaware of the supply chain behind the batteries they fit in their electric cars and even tend to change suppliers 3 or 4 times a year to control their costs. Users and owners of an electric car do not have access to information on this crucial component of their vehicles, and workshops need information for their repair and maintenance. The adaptation and incorporation of the Battery Passport will be the responsibility of the different battery manufacturers. It will be mandatory for its distribution and sale within the territory of the European Union. There are other countries such as the United States, Canada, China, India, Japan, or the United Kingdom that are developing their own battery passports.
Learn about our fleet management consulting and training services. Reduce costs and optimize fleet management activities. We electrify your fleet of vehicles. We carry out the electrification plan until its implementation, known as
Battery Passport. Born in Germany and coordinated by Systemic, a circular economy firm. Among the partners and supporters, we find several battery manufacturers and associations, including CATL, and car manufacturers such as Mercedes-Benz, as well as recycling companies. In summary, this is a significant commitment in economic, business, and sustainability terms. It will be mandatory for all car batteries that have more than 2 kilowatt-hours capacity. Therefore, they will be the ones that equip electric vehicles as well as plug-in hybrids. This makes sense, since the batteries in non-plug-in hybrid models do not have to be charged, nor those associated with mild hybrid systems, which are even smaller. It will be located in accessible places such as the front door, the charging socket cover, or the hood, since the battery is usually integrated into the floor of the car, making access difficult for the owner. To protect the intellectual property of each company and at the same time transparency, not all companies will have access to certain manufacturing data. For now, the system will be implemented only in Europe, although its adaptation to other markets such as the United States is pending to improve transparency and facilitate access or not to state aid for the purchase of electric cars if this depends on the origin of the place of manufacturing. The extra cost of establishing this passport will be between 8 and 15 euros per battery. It will create accountability in companies, tracking who intervened at each stage, when and where. Additionally, it will alert manufacturers to changes in their supply chains, allowing them to monitor activity, what it is for and what data it should include. The battery passport must contain detailed information about the battery itself, as well as its materials, manufacturing processes, useful life or data related to the charge. In short, help consumers in the use of the battery, but also the car manufacturers that equip them. as well as the origin of the materials that make up a battery, such as cobalt, lithium, graphite, or nickel, ensuring the sustainability of their extraction, their origin, and whether they are reused. It is a digital replica of each material that includes details about where it was extracted, its geolocation, weight, and processing time. This will guarantee greater sustainability, and it will be possible to verify compliance with the requirements related to the use of recycled materials, promoting a second use. Much of this data will be publicly accessible, to which buyers of an electric or plug-in hybrid car will have access. For developers and manufacturers or workshops, the information will be expanded and exclusively accessible to facilitate installation, repair, or recycling. Exclusive information for manufacturers and other professionals will include detailed device diagrams, disassembly instructions including necessary tools, damage warning, number of cells used, etc. This information will be focused on its repair and recycling. Volvo has gone ahead of the entire industry and confirmed that it will have this document available for the launch of the new Volvo EX90, the 100% electric SUV that arrives to replace the Volvo XC90. Volvo also wants to include information on the status of the battery in real time, which will help to know its status and real capacity, for example when buying a second-hand car, what it is for and what data it should include. Those with public access will be the following: battery composition materials used in the device, including its chemical composition, as well as the use of dangerous substances present such as mercury, cadmium or lead, etc. The regulation stipulates a maximum amount of harmful substances in batteries approved in Europe, also the percentage of recycled materials used. Carbon footprint of battery manufacturing. It will allow us to know the sustainability of the production process. It will be indicated in grams per CO2. Battery capacity, the assigned one, in ampere hours, as well as minimum, nominal, and maximum voltage with temperature ranges. Also the original in watts and limits, also with temperature ranges if applicable. Battery life expressed in cycles and detailing the test used. Battery depletion capacity limit only for pure electric. Temperature range that the battery can withstand when not in use, also including the reference test. Battery charging rate of the corresponding life cycle test. Also the initial round-trip energy efficiency and at 50% of the life cycle. Commercial warranty period according to its useful life. Market requirements and European Union Declaration of Conformity. Utility and vehicle fleets. The advantages of the battery passport in fleet management are as follows. Acquisition of the vehicle battery. The battery is the most expensive component of the electric vehicle, up to 35% of the total cost of the vehicle. The battery passport contains very valuable information about the vehicle battery to be acquired, such as static battery, data capacity in amp hours, nominal, maximum and minimum voltage values with temperature ranges, original power in watts, maximum power, battery performance, battery resilience, battery life cycles, etc. Use of the vehicle battery. The battery passport contains very valuable battery performance information such as dynamic battery data, remaining capacity, state of charge, discharge rate, number of cycles performed, etc. Valuable information for the workshop, such as manuals, instructions, etc. about battery repair and maintenance, etc. Battery CO2 emission cycle. The electric vehicle has net zero emissions from the battery to the wheel if the energy is generated by renewable energy, but it pollutes due to the manufacturing and recycling of the battery and the manufacturing of the vehicle that must be taken into account. The battery passport contains the grams per CO2 emitted during the battery manufacturing cycle. Voluntary battery distribution and recycling are not included. Materials used in the battery. The batteries contain materials that are extracted in mines in countries where working conditions are terrible, and there are miners working. Therefore, vehicle batteries that contain these materials should not be purchased because they do not meet the minimum requirements established in the corporate social responsibility of our company organization. Residual value of the electric vehicle. A very important aspect in the residual value of the electric vehicle is the condition and performance of the battery. The battery passport contains accurate and transparent information about the condition and performance of the battery, so the sale or purchase price of the vehicle will be more precise and transparent. Historical information. If we have several vehicles of the same brand and battery in the fleet, over time we will have very valuable historical information about the performance of the battery for possible purchases of electric vehicles. This information is also useful for third parties such as battery manufacturers.